Hey, what's up, sports bettors? Week 2 of the NFL season is in the books, aside from 2 Monday Night Football games tonight, depending on when you are watching this. But lines for Week 3 have already been posted. So what we are going to be doing in this video is locking in early Week 3 NFL bets for this upcoming week of NFL football. Obviously, I try to do this every week, find bets, early line shopping when bets are first posted, taking advantage of sportsbooks that have maybe some mispriced odds before the betting markets have really settled. And I have 2 for this week's slate that I really, really like. And I do want to say, to do a quick recap of last week was incredible. If you look at my bet tracker, last week I was up about $736. Now, I lost a lot of money on college football the second straight week. I think I might have to take it a little bit easy on college football. But the NFL was incredibly profitable for me. My 4 best bets, for those of you that followed along with my 4 best bets, 1 lock, 1 underdog, 1 game prop, 1 player prop, went 3-1, total profit of $251, which brings my total profit from these 4 best bets through 2 weeks up $420. That's sick, $420 in profit. Just putting a unit on all of these plays. And then, of course, the podcast picks for those of you who follow along to Sweat the Bet. If you don't, I would recommend, definitely would recommend and also appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to Sweat the Bet, hosted by me, Jedi Modi, Matt Modi, and Andrew Kim, aka the Parlay Doc. We preview the week's best slate of NFL games, and then we also give our best bets. We each give 3. I am currently 2-0 with 1 game, 1 play to go tonight. Andrew, the Parlay Doc, is currently 1-1 or 0-1 with 2 plays tonight. So we will see how Monday night goes. But overall, just an incredible week of sports betting, all because I'm using OddsJam, using the positive expected value page, using their other tools like arbitrage, middle, even the boost page is really helpful just to have all the boosts on one page. But using the tool like OddsJam that has everything you really need for sports betting on one website, really, really helpful. So there are 2 bets, like I mentioned, that I really like. My favorite one, absolute favorite one, is this Baltimore Ravens money line at -148. This is actually going to be a rare 2-unit play for me. I'm going to put 2 units on this one. Bet was just locked in. The Ravens money line, we have it here, -148. I locked it in for 2 full units. So let's chat about this one. Number 1, it's positive EV. Right off the bat, I know it's mathematically profitable. I know that in the long run, if I'm placing bets such as this, I will be profitable. But the reason why I like this one specifically, there's a couple of reasons. Number 1, it's got a tight market, only 19 cents in market width. Anything that is 25 and below is good. The lower the better. 20 below is good. 15 below is great. This one being at 19 is very good. But for money line plays and for bets in general, one thing that I really like to do is if you just click into a play, it opens everything up in a new tab. So as you remember, I locked it in at -148. OddsJam also shows you the average odds, which is cool, at -165. But if we compare this to most books, so DraftKings is the only book that is close to the Circa line at -150. So for those of you at home, if you don't have Circa, I would still recommend putting 2 units on DraftKings at -150. I think the 2-cent difference, it's still positive expected value. As you can see, the no vig line has this at -151. And the no vig line, just to talk about that for a second, the vig is essentially the juice that sportsbooks price odds. It's how they make their money. They charge a vig, they charge a juice to every single market. In order to get an accurate, true representation of what a market thinks of a play, you need to remove the vig. In OddsJam, based on thousands of data points being back tested, identified which books are the sharpest in terms of pricing specific markets. Obviously, one of those markets being NFL moneyline ones, and create a weighted average, a formula that creates a weighted average to tell you what the no vig line is based on all of these sharp books. In this case, it's at -151.3. So anywhere in which essentially you can get -151 odds or more favorable to you, more favorable to the sports bettor, so -151 and lower, is going to be profitable. So Circa, DraftKings, 2 good bets on this one. And if you look at all of the other books, -160, -165, -169, it's very nice, -175. All of these books think that this market should actually be priced in the -160s. As you can see, the average odds of -163. And two of the sharpest sportsbooks in the world, BetOnline and Pinnacle, the OddsJam line where these are pulled from, have this at minus 169 and minus 165. About 20 to 17 cent difference between the Circa line and the DraftKings line. So all in all, what this is telling me is that this market should truly be priced at about minus 160 or so. But Circa and DraftKings, because we're so early in the betting market, just haven't updated their odds yet to reflect that. So I think that this is going to end up beating the closing line by 12, 10, 15 cents. And the closing line is just what the no vig odds end up being, the no vig line, what they end up at. So I really like this one. I like it for football reasons as well. The Patriots are coming off of a victory against the Steelers, but their offense is just dreadful, just absolutely dreadful. And the Ravens are coming off of a horrible loss to the Dolphins, where they were up 28-7, lost, obviously let them have a 21-point comeback. But they got torched by Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. The Patriots don't have a single thing remotely close to that. And the Patriots are strong on defense. So are the Dolphins. Dolphins are strong on defense too. The Ravens just put up 28 offensive points if you take out the kick return for a touchdown. 28 offensive points. So all in all, I really, really like the Ravens in this spot. Obviously, for math reasons, it's mathematically profitable. It's an outlier when you compare it to every other sports book. But I also do like it just from a football handicapping perspective when you think about how week 2 went. A lot of early weeks in the NFL season, there are wild swings from week to week, and it's easy to get caught up in what just happened recently. Ravens lost, Patriots won. Oh, that means, the Patriots maybe are better than we think. The Ravens aren't as good as we think. The overreactions in the NFL season are crazy. And I just think the Ravens are the better team. I think that everything about the Ravens, Lamar Jackson's been on fire. I think that they're going to come out and they're going to beat the Patriots is what it comes down to. So that's my first one. I put 2 units on this one. I really did. I really like this one a lot. The next one that I have here is backing a team that I'm actually incredibly low on in the Arizona Cardinals, but I respect that they just came back and beat the Raiders in Las Vegas. They were down 20-0 at halftime. They looked like they had nothing going for them. Came back and won that game. Now there's a positive EV play on them at plus 4.5 against the Rams. The Rams kind of having a weird start to the season. They got trounced by the Bills in week 1. Came back in week 2 looking like they were going to trounce the Falcons. And then they let the Falcons come back. Literally almost lost that game somehow. Jalen Ramsey had a game-saving interception to win the game for the Rams. But a little bit of a fluky start for them. Their offensive line is banged up, which makes me a little bit nervous. And getting 4.5 points for a Cardinals team that maybe figured some stuff out at that halftime. I've been low on the Cardinals. I love fading the Cardinals. I love fading Cliff Kingsbury. Normally that happens later in the season. So maybe week 1 and the half of week 2 is just a blip and the Cardinals will start strong. But all in all, another positive expected value play here. This one is going to be a smaller half unit play taken at minus 105 on PointsBet. But to talk about the math for a second, it's a lower EV percent, minus 106 essentially is what the no vig line has this at. We locked it in on PointsBet at minus 105. And for spreads and totals, what is really important to do for NFL betting is open pages up in a new tab. And when you do that, you can see where every book is pricing this play at. So the reason why the Cardinals are a profitable bet at plus 4.5, as you can see, every other book prices this at 4 or 3.5. And we're getting it at 4.5 at minus 105 odds. What we can also see is if you look at the plus 4.5, no other book is favoring the Cardinals at this number. Only PointsBet is at minus 105, the other side of it at minus 110, giving you a profitable play on the Cardinals at 4.5. But if you look at all the other books, they think it should be 4 or 3.5. And for an underdog, pretty much getting any number above 3.5 is really important. That 3.5 to 4 number is really important because obviously if the Rams win by a field goal, we win this bet. Or let's say the Cardinals are up by a field goal, the Rams score a touchdown, go up by 4, win the game, we still cover the spread at plus 4.5. So there are certain numbers that are really important to get above if you're an underdog, to get below if you're betting on a favorite. In this case, we are backing the underdog at plus 4.5 on PointsBet. And that one was locked in as well, as you can see. So both bets have been locked in. Now I just need to add them to my bet tracker, and that's it. So those are my 2 early bets to lock in for the week 3 of the NFL slate. Please remember to subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel to get all of these picks moving forward, my 4 best bets. Then, of course, subscribe to Sweat the Bet to get mine and Parlay Doc's weekly best bets as well. And that's it. So, again, if you're watching this on Monday, enjoy Monday Night Football tonight. If you're watching this later, enjoy your prep for the week 3 of the NFL slate. And that's it. So, thanks for watching and have a good one.